14-year-old Tyler Sudol knows how to keep a beat and likes to get a little loud when playing the drums. But inside this normally quiet and reserved high school freshman is a strength that defies his age. 8 years ago, the Sudols had it all. Tyler was just 6 years old, his brother Dylan 3. But things suddenly changed when Cindy received terrifying news.
It was a bit shocking at first to hear that all of a sudden your kidneys aren't working when you felt perfectly fine.
Cindy was in kidney failure. Both organs were only working at 10%. She was put on a transplant list, but with a rare B-negative blood type, the family was told the wait could be at least 2 to 3 years.
There were so many questions going through our mind of what was going to take place and how we were going to get through this.
Cindy began grueling dialysis treatments. Gary took over her home care, and Tyler began to help at the age of 7.
I was setting up the machine and getting it primed, putting the cartridge in and hooking up the bags.
Who taught you to do that?
My mom learned it, and then I just learned from watching her do it.
He wanted to help as much as he could, learn as much as he could, understand exactly what was going on.
It was here at Hartford Hospital. Transplant surgeon Dr. Matthew Brown took notice of this young man and was surprised by his courage and his interest. Little did either know how much of an impact he would have on Tyler.
He was doing things that I didn't think were possible for a boy his age, and he would help his mom. I thought, wow, that's really unusual, and that's great.
Tyler became even more involved after Gary had surgery himself.
I could still remember laying on the floor coming home from the hospital and somewhat watching him. I can't believe he's doing this.
These are scissors for cutting, like gauze.
At just 12 years old, Tyler ran Cindy's dialysis machine 2.5 hours a day, 6 days a week. He also cleaned and stitched an open wound on her arm caused by more than 12 surgeries to keep her on dialysis.
What was that like for someone your age?
It wasn't much.
You're being humble.
But things became even more serious a year ago when Cindy went into septic shock and almost died. Miraculously, a few days later, a kidney became available. They'd waited 7 years.
Dr. Brown called me quarter to 9 on that Thursday morning, I believe. And I just couldn't believe it.
I was just so, relieved.
It's a moment Tyler will remember for the rest of his life. Cindy's now healthy after a successful transplant, and the Sudols are picking up where they left off, but they haven't forgotten Tyler's courage.
I don't even know that I could ever thank him enough or do enough for either of our boys. To me, it's just amazing.
I believe everything happens for a reason. Everything.
Tyler and Dylan are back to being kids. Not only is this young man a great drummer, he's also on the high honors list at Griswold High. And now he has a new goal in life.
Be a transplant surgeon like Dr. Brown.
A dream that doesn't surprise the doctor who inspired him.
It's nice to leave lasting impressions on a young, talented, smart boy. And I hope he finds happiness in transplant if he does follow through, just like I have.